Hi guys, Pixel Gem here. Some of you asked for a tutorial on how to draw faces or how to draw hands, and so that's what I was going to do today. I tried doing this on real paper before, but I don't have the right equipment to record really. My phone doesn't have enough storage, and I can't put my computer in a position that could record me where I could draw comfortably. Erase this. Okay, so when I start drawing, I usually start with the head. So we'll start with a circle or an oval, kind of. And then I do that cross thing that everyone does. You put the line in the middle of the face and then a line where your eyes are going to be. And then I usually bring the opacity down on that layer and put a new layer on top. And then I put in circles for my eyes, like the eye sockets. And just kind of a line where the nose would be, and a line where the mouth would be. And then I trace around the outside of the circle that I drew before. I'm going to make a jawline as I'm going around. And if I take away the bottom layer, then I get something much cleaner. But I'll just bring the opacity down and transfer that down, and then turn it down some more. And then I usually start with the eyes, so I do this little kind of a half circle, and then that inside, a little circle inside, and bring the upper eyelid down a little bit so they don't look crazy. And that's eye crease and the eyebrow. And do the other side. I'm just deciding now that I'm going to make this into lapis. So let's do that. And put the line down again. And I kind of decide now what I want the mouth to look like. Not like that, apparently. Let's see. I like to start with 2 dots and then kind of make the mouth from that. And I know gems don't have ears, but I'm just going to put them here just as place markers anyway. Make a spot for the hairline to go, just to make sure that I'm leaving space for a forehead. Right here. And what I'm going to do is duplicate this and flip it to look at how symmetrical everything is. Because I just want her looking straight ahead, so. Add a neck down onto this. And let's just go for about that much of the body, because this is just a head tutorial really. And then I'll sketch the hair. I'm going to change her mouth a little bit. Because Lapis is never really that happy. So, there you go. And I'll sketch in her shirt. Since we can't see her gem, I'm just going to draw it above her head. So now I'm going to erase whatever the hair is going to be covering up. And I'm also going to erase this line right here between the neck and the chin. Bring that opacity back up and merge layers, and This is going to be the final layer, I think. So, start with the eyes again. And I kind of do this thing where I make them more angled, not so round. I'm just going to copy and paste it, flip it, because I don't want to draw the other eye. So. And usually a good rule of thumb is to keep the eyes one eye width apart, and I did a pretty good job of that right here. And I'm just gonna, well, okay. Lapis has kind of a pointy nose, so I'm probably gonna just do this. Normally I would probably just keep the line instead, but for characters like Pearl or Lapis, I would make their nose pointing. So now that we have all our line art done, I'm gonna remove the sketch layer and select the outside just to make sure I don't have any gaps in my lines. And it looks like I don't. So I'll take a base color, which is going to be blue because this is Lapis, and color under the whole thing. And I see that I colored a spot that I shouldn't have, so let's just deselect that and erase. So I'm going to start with the skin color, reselect, and I'm going to find a reference picture of Lapis just to make sure I do the right color. Okay, so I have a reference picture. Oh, it's big. Alright, so take the skin tone, and on this blank layer I'm just going to color in all the spots where her skin is. Erase it in spots where it's not supposed to be. I'm also erasing it in the eyes and the mouth. So now we have our skin, and I'm going to use the multiply layer and shade it. Now turn that down a little bit and transfer it down. And use color burn to do blush areas, which I usually color in around the cheeks, the nose, and major joints. Also tips of fingers or toes. Then we're going to use Add Glow and just do some highlights. Then I'm going to go in and do the eyes and the mouth, which I make a new layer for and bring it underneath the skin layer. So, oh, whoops, wrong way. Color that in. And I guess I'll do her eyes after her gem gets fixed. I was thinking about doing her mirror eyes, but I already have the irises drawn, so I start with white, and then I use this kind of cream grayish color to do a shadow in the eyes. And then make another layer, make it multiply, and do her eye color, which is this blue. And I think I'm going to do more of a detailed eye than usual. So we have this, and then we get a darker blue with the spray paint brush and kind of make the pupil and then shade the top some. And then erase whatever is outside the lines. Then I'm going to get black and do that in the very middle of here. I'll zoom out and make sure everything looks okay. Yep. Merge that down and create an add glow. We'll do this light blue. Make the brush smaller and go around there. Bring the opacity down. Merge it down, and then get my regular pen and do this, little spots. It's about 61 opacity, and then bring the opacity up to 100. And do a line. Oh, that's too thick. Line like that. And then we use white and do this. Merge that down, and then I go to the top layer with my lines, make a layer above that, and make some white dots in the eyes. I could also add some purple to them, which I think I'm going to do. With the linear burn, I think. Or maybe overlay, actually. So there's that. And then do our hair. So merge the skin and the eye layer. Bring a blank layer under those. Let's see, we'll get our hair color. And then color that in. And erase it from the ribbons. Get our multiply layer, darker shade of blue, and then shade it. Never shade with black, really. because it just makes everything look so flat. It's probably the worst thing to shade with. Unless you're doing a black and white drawing, then of course you would shade with black. Down, and then do add glow. And then I'm going to get almost a white blue. Really, really light. And just do this. There we go. And add a couple lines like this. And bring the opacity down. And then transfer that down. And I'm going to use white and go like this. Then on a normal layer, I'm going to use purple and kind of put it in the tips of the hair. Maybe on a lower layer. Or screen? Yeah. And then merge the hair and the skin layer, so that's all in one. So now I'm just going to color in the clothes and her gem. I hate it when people get annoyed that artists use reference pictures, because you can't make something look nice without using a reference, really. If I just tried to draw Lapis without a reference, she'd probably look terrible and have all the wrong colors. Her hair would be weird, and I'd probably forget parts of her outfit. So, you know, don't talk crap about artists that use references, because they're just trying to do the right thing. I'm going to look up an actual Lapis Lazuli gem, so that I can get the right colors for that too. Because it actually has some gold in it. So, well, that's perfect, isn't it? Use that. As soon as it actually stops being blurry, there we go. Black background, I think. Too far down there. And just crop it to size. Whoa, what happened? Oh. I know what happened. That's still on. There we go. Put the glow in the eyes a little bit too. Make it more white towards the center. And then bring the opacity down. I'm also going to get an overlay layer and do some lighting stuff. And now all that's left is to put my watermark in. You guys wanted to see hands, so I just need the hands here. And then new. I guess I'll just do a general hand. Let's see. I always do the rest of the arm first. So I don't know. We'll start from the elbow, I guess. Let's say the elbow's here, and the wrist is here, and they're waving, I guess. And so when I'm sketching, I'll have the arm first, kind of like this, and then I'll place the fingertips first. Here, 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 and here. Of course, I'll probably move them later, but it's fine. And then kind of go like that. Or like that. So, bring the opacity down, new layer. I'm just gonna put the shape of this in. And then we'll start with the thumb. So we have that kind of fingertip and then the meaty little part here. It kind of looks like a drumstick, like a piece of chicken. Anyway. I'm hungry. I'm sorry. I don't even know if this is helpful to you guys. Probably isn't, because I'm not really describing things that much. But this is my first video of a tutorial, so look at me, I'm not even using my lines where my fingertips were. I don't know, it's just a general placing kind of thing I do. Sometimes they don't always end up where I put them. So then there's this other little meaty part of your hand right here, and then the pinky kind of comes off from that. I've done this so many times, but make sure your index finger, this one, is longer than your pinky, because sometimes I've made them the exact same length, and then it looks really weird. And now this hand's kind of just floating off in space away from its wrist, so let's just bring it down here. Right there. And then I'm going to flip it just to make sure it doesn't look too weird. And it kind of does. So, let's see. I'll take these fingers and kind of bend them back a little bit. Like that. You could also, when you're doing this, like, this part, this part, this part kind of thing, you could have, you could do it like this, and then kind of make a triangle in there, and have the top part of the fingers, and then just kind of branch them off from that if you wanted. But it does kind of help to have spots where you're going to put your fingertips, or even make a mitten sort of thing, and then build your hand off of that. So it kind of looks like it's pointing. But anyway. I'm just gonna go right in and line this, I think. Okay, that looks too square compared to the other fingers. I'm just gonna fix it. easy to move down because that's a little too far from that line. And I'm going to just do that a little bit. Let's just say this is my arm or something. Yep. Oops. Oh. Where'd those panels come from? So, let's see. I have a couple little spots on my arm, like that and that. Right there. Usually don't do this. I don't know why I'm doing this. Next layer, multiply, shade, and just use brown since this skin color is kind of a variation of brown. We're going to color burn and do the blushy parts like I was talking about earlier with the fingertips and the main joints. So there, and there, maybe a little bit right there, and bring it down so it's not so crazy. And that's pretty much how I draw an arm and a hand. So I guess that's it. See you guys next time.